Yo, it's Monday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus and my wonderful, beautiful co-host, Miss Janelle Mayfield. How you doing?
I am wonderful. Happy Black History Month!
Happy Black History Month. And we have our favorite favorite panelist with us. We have Miss Jasmine. How you doing, girl?
Tired.
Tired?
It's a lot for me, honey. I'm had in mood.
We're gonna get back to telling everybody what you were up to these last few days. You was up living your best life.
Getting the tan. Being
tan.
thick.
You've been stunting on social
media.
media.
On the beach.
You've been stunting on social media lately too. You've been. Stop! Don't act like you don't know what we talking about.
I don't.
The red pants she had on with the black, like just out here, like she didn't know what she was doing. She was out here.
Oh, cute. Okay. No, we love a good pants.
We do.
Love good pants.
Oh, good pants. Oh man. So it's great to be back. Great to be back for Monday show. First of all, as you can see, we have on some new apparel this week, celebrating Black History Month in the Man Cave. Look at these shirts. I want to give a amazing, great shout out to a good friend, Miss Shannon Fant, who, let me give her some applause. I just asked her out of the blue, like, hey, you think you could make like a Black History kind of like vibe shirt for us? And then she was just like, like 10 minutes later, we're sitting down. She's like, what do you want it to look like? What about this? What about that? And like, just put a lot of passion into it. And that's rare. So I definitely appreciate it. And I want to tell her thank you. And yeah, hopefully one day I'll get to the point where I can start giving some of these shirts away, so we can start letting our listeners wear these around and have fun with it. So as we usually do, I'm gonna go around and see what everybody did this weekend. What did you do, Miss Mayfield?
Oh, I had kind of a rough week, so I needed some R&R. And I got a little close. I just relaxed, and I watched Euphoria.
Oh boy, I feel like that's gonna be a topic at some point.
Absolutely. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Zendaya.
That's Zendaya.
Okay. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down to Jasmine. Jasmine, tell everybody what you've been doing.
I was on the beach in Jamaica.
It's out.
Listen, I had a nice little time. We went for my brother-in-law's 30th birthday. Happy birthday, Zach. Don't get it. But we went for his birthday. But we had a really good time. I wish he stayed like maybe one day longer, just so we could have enjoyed the beach a little bit more, or like did another excursion or something. But had a nice time. Every morning I woke up and I sat on the beach with my coffee.
Yeah.
Some days it was a morning. What was it? Strawberry daiquiri with rum.
With what?
Rum. But no, I had a really good time.
Okay. Cool. So this last weekend I did a little bit of traveling for work. Happened to run into Michael Newby across the pond, so I got to catch up with a good friend in person, and that's always a blessing when you can get to see people that you've worked with for so long and get to catch up with them again in person, because we do all this virtually. So being able to just actually shake hands and hug a brother every now and then, it's a good feeling. So that was pretty fun. So let's start the show. People who are watching right now, are y'all hearing like an echo? Just wondering. If not, let me know. Y'all hearing any echo? Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep rolling there. All right. So as an icebreaker, just thought I wondered tonight. We've been talking about how Black people are so beautiful, and how we just we make America great. And I hate that motto, but we make America great. I just want to say that. We make America. Well, we built it, but I just wanted to know, like, what are some non-sexual things that you find attractive in the opposite sex? I just want to know, because it came up today in a discussion, and I just want to know what our two ladies here might think, and feel free to tell us what y'all think in the audience too. So Janelle.
I really love this question because I actually just told Trevor this a couple weeks ago. One thing that I love is that when y'all are driving and you're like chilling, and the way y'all like do the, if you see somebody like, you know, the little hi, but you're not saying hi, and then like when y'all be turning the wheel, it's like real chill. And also another random thing, when your gold chains just happen to hang out of your shirt, but they're not out, they're in, but it's like sitting on your neck for some reason, that's just like, oh, everything for me.
What?
Listen, okay?
What?
I'm serious.
So you mean the chain kind of dangling in, but
no, like, but you don't necessarily have to have it all the way out. Like I know you have one on. Black men and gold chains to me is just a whole way of life. But when I can just see it on the neck, I'm just like, all right now.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I understand what I'm talking about.
So you talking about when Trevor's laid back in all black in the whip, chain on. That's what gets you. That's what it is for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and that's one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Like for example, if we're in the mall or in a store or something, and the man just leads with everything, like leads me around people to make sure they're not in my way, but you do it quietly. That is extremely sexy.
You mean like when you're trying to get past somebody, he kind of tap you on the thigh a little bit and get you to move to the side, or
he'll literally move my body out of the way so nobody me.
Get over here. The Mortal Kombat joint. Get over here.
Like he's leading me, but he's not telling me. I just have to go with him. I'm like, oh, tell me.
Oh my gosh.
We are grown, okay? And then I have a whole child.
Let me read this comment. I'm coming to you, Jasmine. Erica says, when guys smell good, when guys are good speakers, when guys are in their element with something, when they reach for my hand in a crowd, don't get me started. When they take out the trash, when they wear necklaces, I didn't know I liked this until this year. Oh, hey, nephew makes an appearance.
Hi, Zaire.
What's up, Zaire?
What's up, man?
You say hi.
What's up, man? Let this be known. Episode 34 in Black History Month, the young king showed his face for the first time on the show.
He's big man right now, though. You don't feel good.
He just came to the door. I was like...
We took his 15 minutes of fame away.
We
just snatched him out.
Straight snatched it.
He said he thought it was fellas night again. He thought it was fellas night, man. Hey, that's terrible. But Jasmine, we were coming to you about it. So what are some things that you find attractive in men that's not sexual?
That's not sexual?
Yeah.
Good teeth.
Teeth. Okay.
Teeth are a thing for me. I understand, like, everybody don't have like straight teeth all the time. I mean, I had braces for 2 years. I mean, it is what it is. But it's all about how you take care of said teeth as well. Yeah. Because some, my bottom teeth were not the straightest. Beds. My breath didn't stink and my teeth were white. Hallelujah. What else? Oh, men that take care of their hands and their feet. Take care of their hands and their feet. I cannot. I understand, like, people work with their hands. But at some point when you get home, when you're washing your hands, there should be a brush.
Love.
Hitting up under them nails.
Love.
Because I know you see it, because I see it. Because I see it as a problem. Because then you're going to get mad at me because I'm going to take something and start cleaning it out myself. So, I can't stand it. I can't stand their nails.
You gonna do it yourself, though?
Huh?
You gonna clean his nails?
I have before. Like, and while I'm doing it, we got to do better because it's not cute. Especially if you put your hands all over me. the dirt up under your nails, no sir. No, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. So a man that takes care of his nails, yes, his hands, his skin,
Moisturize.
you know, someone who also understands that chivalry is not dead.
Period.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Because like, and that's just men, period. Like, it's, if I'm walking through a door and you force yourself in front of me to get into the door first, and then you don't hold the door open, that's extremely rude. That is just rude, period. It is not even about chivalry, but chivalry is not dead in some people, but a lot of people have not been taught about chivalry and just being a nice human being. Because it's really all it is. Just being a nice, courteous human being.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: just being devil's advocate, just being devil's advocate. You say chivalry's not dead, but what would you say to guys that say, like, no, chivalry's not dead, but my chivalry has been taken advantage of so many times that I feel like it's something that should be earned? I've heard that a few times. So what would you say to that? I'm not saying this is something I say. Just
Are you asking her?
I'm asking her, and then I'm coming to you, Janelle.
So okay, my response to this is that's not my problem. Because I'm not that person. No, because that's the thing. Like, people tend to take everything that has gone on in past relationships into their new relationships and expect for everybody to understand. Chivalry is something that is very simple, and if somebody took advantage of that, I'm sorry, but that's not me. Do not put that on me. Because that's how people end up breaking up very early on in their relationships, because they have been putting each other's trauma on each other without even it needing to be there. Like, that is something that does not need to be a trauma that comes into our relationship. Because if you do that, then the woman is looking at you from jump like, I told him I like these things. I told him to open the door for me, but he's looking at me crazy. Now, is he actually listening to me? What's happening here? Oh, I was being chivalrous with this other girl, and she took it for advantage. Was that girl named Jasmine Shepard? No, I think not.
Janelle. Oh, actually, let me read these comments, and then I'm gonna come to you, Janelle. Let me read some comments first. I'm not reading that when they take out a trash thing again. I read that one. Good hygiene and good dressers and bill payers. Bill payers. Y'all hate to hear that, huh? Yeah, we gotta pay bills. Okay, that's a non-sexual thing. Okay, I guess. Lula says good hygiene period. Smelling good is so important. Erica says, I would say I don't care. Start fresh with me, young man. I guess that's when a guy says something about the past. Kimberly, hey Kim. She says, I walk up to a door and stop. I'm not opening no door.
Period.
Okay.
Dude, this older lady opened the door and held it for me the other day as I was like trying to do that quick little shuffle inside the door. She was like, "It's okay, baby. Like, if she can hold the door open for me, so can you, young sir."
She said, yeah, boy, I don't care. Should I cheat on you because my last man cheated on me? Okay, that's cool. That's fair. Janelle.
So I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say something else because I'm trying to be more adult. If you decide to enter into a situationship, relationship, marriage, engagement, friendship, anything, and you have past trauma that you have already decided is going to be a factor in how you deal with somebody else, don't enter into it. Just don't. At some point, we all have to grow up and face our issues and stop putting the pressure and the pain onto other people, because we've been hurt. Every single person in this world has been hurt. So if you're unable to be an adult and work on those things while trying to form whatever, just let it go.
I get it. Lula says, yes, Janelle. Oh, come on. Young King, I hear you, buddy. You just wanted to be on the show tonight.
He's so mad.
You just wanted to be on the show tonight.
He's having a fit.
That's all right. We're going to have like a toddler night where all the toddlers can just get on here and talk all night long. That would be hilarious. So for me, since I'm the only guy, I would say that something I find attractive, and when it comes to women, that's not sexual, is when they can teach me something I didn't know. Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll be like, all right. or when I see them
Mom just want his mind stimulated.
yeah, like I want to learn something. I want to like, especially if they're from like a different culture or something like that. When I can like, my thing is like when I get in like relationships or whatever, I try to learn what the other person likes and try to embrace it and try to learn. But especially like it's a different culture or a different like teach me some stuff I did not know. Like there's a lot of things that guys tend to do. Like we tend to think we know everything, and then you miss out on all of those opportunities to learn stuff.
Right.
So that's one. Two, knowing how to dress for like the body that they have or whatever, like knowing what compliments them. That is a big thing for me. Very big thing for me. Three, go to bed, Erica. Three, I would say when they wear a perfume that is not overly loud but is very subtle to the point where I want you to pass by me again. Like that gets me every time when it's just so subtle, but I'm like, what's that? And now I got to find out who that belonged to, and then I want you to come around like that. That's something that does it for me. And good teeth, definitely. And how you your shoes too. I look at shoes, and especially when they open toe shoes, because nowadays you've been seeing these women try to be squeezing in these shoes, and them toes be going every which way, like them toes be on the straight and narrow. Like I don't want to like yo.
Don't come here.
No, I'm not. Y'all know how to jump. I'm saying you ain't never seen them toes that turn the corner before they do. Like they be wearing like them shoes be too tiny. Y'all be trying to do too much with them. Like, and if you can't walk in the high heels, don't wear them. Like you don't have to wear those. Don't. You be looking like Bambi.
Because I put on some sandals with quick and favorite. Crazy. I'm not wearing heels like that in the past 2 years in the pandemic. Shoot.
I'm becoming all Nikes. Don't play with me.
Yeah, it's nothing more embarrassing than watching someone wobble around a party or whatnot. It's just you look stupid. What else? I think that's pretty much it. But that was a good list. I like that. Keep hitting us in the comments. Tell us what y'all like. That's not non-sexual. Paying the bills. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm glad that feels so good to you. Let's talk about this story. It came out that CNN contributor Van Jones said that he and his friend, his lady friend, who he's not in a relationship with, decided to have a child together and already had the conditions that they would be just co-parents together. And I was wondering when thinking about that, like, is that something that people on this panel wouldn't necessarily agree to? And is that the right thing to do? Is it a good thing to do? Or is it like just setting the child up for a rough life? So we'll just go around with say what we think about it. Let's start with Jasmine.
Okay, so I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just my thing with it is the two people that are going into the situation need to be very mature about what they're doing, very mature about their expectations of each other as co-parents. Also, they just need to make sure that they have a proper plan in place that's going to work for both parties and not put the child in this position where they are going to suffer from in some sort of way. Because like everyone talks about how they want a two-parent household and how two-parent households are great, but sometimes they don't work out, and the child is okay coming from a separated household because sometimes both parents have found the other person, and so they have two households that are like very loving. It all depends on how the parents approach the entire situation. But I mean, if you have a full-on agreement, you all know exactly what needs to happen, you are very mature about the situation, then I say go for it. Do what makes you all happy. Because some people are at the age of their lives where they're like, okay, if I haven't found this person and I still want a child and my clock is ticking. So why not have it with somebody that I trust, someone that I know is not going to try to use me.
Yeah.
Why not do it? If that's what makes you happy and it works for you guys, and it works for you.
I think that's a great answer. Thanks for everybody that just came in. I saw quite a few people just hop in. Welcome to the man cave. Hey Amber. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, let me read some of these comments. Lula says, I think if it works for some people, it's okay. It does kind of suck to not have a two-parent household, but there's a lot of people that grow up without a two parent household and are fine as long as you take care of the kid. And yeah, that's fine. Like that's something I've been very open about, that I feel like maybe I shouldn't have been in a two parent household because of some of the things I dealt with and saw go on in my childhood. That some people just staying together just for the kids is not the answer, because you can actually show them what they don't want in a relationship. Like you can actually do a lot more damage to them when it comes to their maturing, especially when it comes to relationships. Janelle, what do you think?
First I'll say that I think that we are so used to and have been just so accustomed to believing that a two-parent household is imperative. And to a certain extent, I can understand that, but I've witnessed horrific two-parent households, and I've witnessed outstanding single-parent households. So I definitely think that it's up to the adults in the situation to be adults. That's number one. The other question was, do we think it's going to set the kid up for failure, or do we think it's wrong? I try to be careful with what I say is right or wrong, because to be completely honest, I don't know. I really don't know what is right and wrong. I don't. And my whole thing would be, is the child loved? Is the child nurtured? Is the child fed, clothed? Are they in a environment that is healthy for their entire being? If that's the case, dude, it's fine. It would work for me. It's not something that I would want to do. I would just choose not to have children. But I do know, like Jasmine said, there are just some people who they haven't found that person, or there are people that don't want to be in a relationship, but they want to have children. And if you have a friend or someone who's willing to take this adventure with you, by all means.
I think when thank you, Alexis, saying that I'm speaking facts. I try. That's what I try to do. What I think to myself now is, can it be anything worse than Kim and Kanye? Can what they're about to do be anything worse than what those two are?
Kanye, but for right now, I guess they could be at the top.
Yeah, I mean, can it be any worse than what Kim and Kanye got going on right now? Because I mean, they brought children into the world married, and they just dragging everything through the mud right now. And it's just, well, not so much more him,
I was about to say,
but
I mean, it's more so Kanye.
Yeah, but my feeling towards this is, especially when it comes to like people who have money, like Van Jones and his I think the girlfriend's pretty she's well off as well. It's when things don't go well and get muddy and they drag everything out publicly, how that affects the child. So that would be my only concern in it. But I know a lot of people, like I got friends that have pacts, like with certain friends of theirs that'll be like, hey, if we not married by this age and we ain't got somebody, hey, we can do this because we're so close and we can make this work or whatever. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I feel like if it works, it works. And who am I to tell people what doesn't work for them? Like, I can't judge it. What do y'all think in the chat? Let me know if that's something you would agree with. If a guy said, hey, let's just have a kid, would y'all do it? I don't know. Jasmine, did you have something else on it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to say something.
No. Okay. I was just raising my hand saying, like, I thought about having a pact with a male friend of mine.
Deanna says, no way. She says, no way. And that's your choice. I feel like I think we see so many people having babies nowadays that we forget how much of a decision having a child is or should be, because you got idiots like Nick Cannon out here just pumping them out. And what Kiki having another one too, ain't she?
Hold on. But she is married?
She's married, but 11?
She's only 39.
We ain't sharecropping no more. We don't gotta work the land. We don't need all these babysms no more.
If her vagina is handling it well, I ain't gonna say nothing.
They probably just walk out now. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't. 11?
11.
To be honest, I would rather witness a black family that is well off with a ton of kids than see how many people that I know that have 7, 8 kids and are living in nothing.
That's true, because we glorified what Will and Kate plus 8 or whatever it was, but yeah.
But I'm not even having any more, period. But like 11 is lower than me. But she's happy and she's still young. She's only 39.
Your mama, get your mama. Get your mom. Get your mom.
Who's mom?
Jasmine's mom. Go get your mom. Go get your mama. She said Mimi's uterus is fed up. Kiki
It's
to me.
bedtime.
Go to bed. The older siblings look like they tired.
This is what she decides to respond to. All that knowledge we were just dropping. This is the foolishness she responds to.
We love when mamas come to the chat, man.
Tell anybody. She did not have to do this whole thing. Like, she just wanted the attention.
Yeah. Yeah.
11?
I mean, my dad was one of 12, but that was back in the day, though.
My dad was 13.
Yeah, it's like back in the day when they had to work. Like you had baby, like kids were employees. Like they worked, and you spaced them out, so there was never like a shortage in employees. Like
she's rich. What else does she have to do?
yeah, I mean, I guess.
Have a bunch of kids instead of being a mess.
I
And
guess.
they have.
But don't the doctors get tired of seeing you? At a certain point, the doctor just be like, yeah, I guess.
All of a sudden, they getting the check. Every
No,
time she walk up in there.
vagina tired of you. That's my.
That's right.
They should just put a mailbox outside the delivery room for her. I mean, no, think about it. What is it? 11 times 9, 11 times 9. That's 99 months of life. Pregnant. Let me do some quick maths.
No,
99.
I'm about to have kids. It's just the 9 months.
90. Oh. So 11 kids for 9 months. That's 99 divided by 12 months. That's 8.25 years pregnant.
Bro, no. And like her oldest is 21.
You said what?
Literally, her oldest is 21. She's literally been having kids since her very early 20s.
Now, hold on.
No, she was a teenager.
Yeah, I was gonna say she was a teenager.
My oldest
She had
sibling.
kids.
My oldest sibling was 21 when I was born. So I can't say too much.
No, I think she's more so saying the fact that she's been having kids for that long.
Oh yeah, she spanned them out, didn't she? I mean,
Yeah.
8 years with something on you like that, like, whew, that's 8 years. That's what, three Zaires almost. 3 Zaires of life.
I want none. I honestly like start getting anxiety at the thought.
Mama, we're gonna have to send you to bed.
To bed.
She needs to go to bed. Oh, but no, craziness. But yeah, I feel like if you want to co-parent, but also realize you agreed to co-parent. So if this is a situation where both of them agree that they're not going to be with anybody else, but they're going to co-parent. But my thing is, if you know that you have, Van Jones is not looking for a relationship, apparently.
So he's just going to co-parent, but never.
I guess not. But my thing is, I feel like the slippery slope is when you agree to co-parent and then that other individual gets with somebody. Now that makes them the step parent. Like, and it's going to get messy. But
I have questions.
I don't know. You know what question I got, I think, but we all know.
Yeah, what you're saying.
That's what I was saying. I think, but
Anyway.
Kim says, Perez says ain't nothing wrong with that. Kim says, I think the babies is what's keeping her vocals good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, maybe.
But like,
Yeah.
my thing with Kiki White is she's been in the business so long, and I don't think she's ever had an album. Like, I don't even think she's ever had a hit without Avant.
Ooh.
And it's kind of sad because her voice is out of this world. But literally every time we see videos of her, she's singing someone else's music. I want to hear Kiki's music for one.
Basic place. I'm like, sis, what is this venue?
What is this?
Church.
Mama, go to bed.
What she said?
Go to bed. She said sperm donor. Go to bed. Oh, we love when you come through. I'm gonna get out this subject so she can't say nothing else.
This is my life, guys. This is my life.
Oh my gosh. All right. Next story. Imagine saying.
What?
Imagine going to beat someone up This is just like the Juicy Smouye situation.
It was so good. I need to stop.
Imagine going to beat somebody up in a place, thinking you're going to get a one-on-one fight in a bowling alley with a guy surrounded by all of his homies.
And his security.
Imagine that. Well, that's what Danny's brother did. Went in there talking about it was going to be on site, and the only sight I saw was him slipping down the damn lane and getting cracked. Imagine that. He went in there with all that steam, like he was ready to lay him down. And part of me wanted to see, because y'all know, like, musically, cool, but the baby ain't, he's a trash human being. And he admits to it. So it's not surprising. So I was kind of wanting to see, hey, maybe this man's gonna deck him. But when I saw the environment that this man decided to step into, I threw a quick prayer up and hope he came out. That's all I did. And all I saw was this man go slipping and sliding. Funniest thing I ever saw. There's a limit. There's a limit that you have to have. Like, I'm glad I didn't have a younger sister. I'm really glad. And I never was told, hey, you got to go jump her or jump these dudes. Because if there's more than like 3 of them, like, I'm just going to tell her, we're going to have to talk about this and decide that, you know, this is someone you don't need to deal with. But I'm not going to put myself in danger because you had a bad experience. Brother should have just told her, let it go, let it be, and let bygones be bygones. But he went in there trying to be the good brother and came out needing a good doctor. Janelle.
Yo, he got tore up. Oh man, I really. Okay, so here's the thing. I said this in our podcast group chat. I will say it openly. I love the baby. I do. He would never be my friend, or maybe he would. Now that I think about it.
Oh my god.
Y'all know I was listening to him rap. Like I think that I support him number one in all seriousness because, like you said, he tells us who he is. And again, in all seriousness, no, the baby would not be someone I would hang out with. I know that he is toxic and not the best human being in the world, but he gives me a good trap beat, a good lyric, like I can understand his words, so I enjoy his music. But the thing outside of this being like kind of comical, what frustrates me is at this age we're sending our siblings to fight. Sir, ma'am. We gotta grow up. It's not funny anymore. Like, we're sitting up here pleading for our lives every day. And y'all are
Did you see when he fell and his feet went over his head though?
Y'all crying. I was crying and watching that video. But on the other hand, it really is sad because number one, of course the baby's gonna win. I'm gonna say this. How many times have I said on this podcast? This man shot someone in Walmart in broad daylight without a care. Without a care. Why are you sending your brother to possibly get clearly seriously hurt because you made a stupid decision? And now your daughter, because the internet doesn't just go away, is going to see this crap and realize those are my parents? How are you going to teach your daughter how to have some common sense when it comes to relationships and men? And sir, how are you going to teach her how to act when it comes to men and how men should treat her?
Speaking of
I guess co-parenting ain't working.
Speaking of co-parenting, Kim says, hey, co-parenting is ghetto. It's better if one parent just does it alone. Why we got to keep calendars and schedules for the other person? That's a different view. But I'm gonna come to Jasmine with it. But I just want to know what was going through brother's head before he walked in that bowling alley, because it's like he probably was like, man, I shouldn't have said all the stuff I told him I was gonna do.
He was gonna win because remember he went back to keep fighting after he got cracked on the oily
on the oily pines. he went down the lane.
I'm so sorry.
Boy, the only strike was against that man's head. That man was
bruh. Left only a white beater on.
Yeah. Like when you leave a fight without the clothes you entered it in, you lost.
You lost.
You
so
lost.
They jumped me.
They didn't jump you. You walked in.
For the problem.
He went straight for it. Like, it didn't make any sense. Jasmine, go. Just go.
I love a good fight.
It's the whole situation is dumb. Just real dumb. Like, sir, first you threaten him via social media. It says it's on site. Okay. On site. Then many moons later, you show up at an event where he is with all of his people.
All.
Thinking that your on site was going to match his on site, and it did not. And now you're upset, you're bruised, you're hurt. So now you're suing said person.
He's suing him?
Yeah, he's saying he's trying to sue him
for medical expenses.
for medical expenses. But sir, you put yourself in that predicament. The baby was chilling at the bowling alley having fun, and here you come with your, I gotta take care of my sister. Okay, great. So you can take care of your sister with all these bumps and bruises that you got because you decided to be dumb and go looking for a fight.
Almost
what?
Lost his life.
For what? For what?
Almost lost his life for nothing.
Nothing.
For nothing. And my thing is, what was he going to do if you won the fight?
Nothing.
What happens if you like? Well, there was no chance you were winning that fight. Like, there was no chance.
And it's like you're doing this with a man who constantly has security around him.
Yeah, he's famous.
So you thought that they were just gonna let him fight? Like, have you seen the baby's security? That dude's huge.
It's like people who always. It's the same mentality of people who think they can jump the White House fence. It's like, how far do you think you're really gonna get, though?
But they didn't have no consequence. Remember, only one person got shot.
I mean, but odds are you're not gonna make it. Like, what you think is gonna happen is not going to happen. Like, Mama, you're right. Folks have been killed for less. And it's just, to me, it's like, you went in there, I guess, fighting for your sister's virtue, but your sister not virtuous.
Ooh.
At all. There was nothing for you to fight for in this fight.
Yikes.
You were fighting for.
Was you slapping her in her mouth when she was talking about light skin versus dark
skin?
Yeah. Y'all black. Let's go there.
Your sister's trash. He's trash. So you were fighting about which garbage you wanted to, hang out with at the end of the day. Like, it was just garbage. Like, the whole fight was garbage. The reasons behind it was garbage. Everybody involved in this situation is just garbage. Like, why during Black History Month? Why? And you're slipping and sliding right there. Did you not know bowling alleys are not the most stable place to fight? They're just not.
It makes me mad, though. A bowling alley is a family place.
Thank you.
And you really decided to be violent. And I don't know if y'all, for people talking, I don't know if y'all saw the video, but there were very small, petite young women deciding to, like, jump into the fight. And I'm like, what?
Why do black women do that? Now, I'm not saying all black women. I don't want to generalize. Well, why? Hold on.
It's not. White women do it all the time.
Okay, well, I guess all the fight videos I watch be black people, but why, when two grown... First of all, I try to stop watching fight videos because I'm sick of them. I feel like we glorify them too much and blow them up. Like, except for that white guy getting smacked in that restaurant. That was beauty, and I watch it every morning.
Can you get applause for that?
Oh, yeah. That man smacked with the power of the ancestors multiple times on that man's face. But why is it when you see two grown men fighting, y'all ladies want to get in the middle of that and try to think they're going to pull them off and just be looking silly when they get slung around? Like, I get you want to protect your man, but your man got himself into this. Like, y'all got to stop. Janelle, go ahead.
I will say I don't, and I'm sure Jasmine does not know not one woman that would do that. But I think there is, and I'm not trying to place the blame, because y'all know I don't like the whole man versus woman thing. But I think the idea of ride or die has, like, gone too far. Because back in the early days of Trevor and I dating, many people know that Trevor enjoyed a good tussle. And there was one night where he was going to get in one, and I tried to stop him. And when I realized I couldn't, guess what I did? Went to my car. because I have no time. I'll get you a pack of cold green beans and put it on your face later. Hopefully you won. Don't come in here talking about you lost. You were not shit. But it is not worth ruining this hard skill that I work for. Y'all are crazy. I just think that they take ride or die too far. And it's a very small percentage of women. So I wouldn't even say y'all. I would say just them.
Now we know why Trevor wears all black, because you can't see bruises when you're wearing black. There you go. There it is. Francisco says men black out while fighting. Straight tunnel vision. Agreed. You don't see anything that's going on around you. You focused on the person you fighting, and that's it. And then when I see the swing and a woman gets hit, it's like, well, what were you doing over there in the first place? You were where you weren't supposed to be. Kim says, ride or die. I will leave you and I will snitch. Oh, come on now.
But I'll leave. I ain't snitching.
I ain't snitching. I ain't gonna snitch. No, I just think the situation was just unfortunate for a brother. Unfortunate, but I hope he learned a lesson. And
he brought that on himself. Yeah. No judge is gonna take that case.
I hope he tells sister what's up and ends it, because like I keep seeing the part where he just slips on the aisle over and over again, and it just brings me joy. Like, I don't know why.
The best part was at the end when the baby literally walked off with a blunt in his mouth. When I tell y'all, I've been over cackling.
If someone still got the energy to like the L after they beat you, you didn't do anything.
I would honestly, if I was baby, I would just give him money for his medicals. I'm right here.
Hey, bro, I beat you so bad. Here you go. That's terrible.
Because you broke compared to me. You're a poor. Okay?
Yo.
So
I would send him the money, and then I would send flowers to like his house or something. But like, my bad, bro.
Get well soon.
Get well soon.
Hey. So is the baby, but
he is extremely.
But I would still.
I would have put on the 1-800-Flowers card. I sent you these flowers on site. Hope you feel better, bro.
Oh my god.
Like, that's crazy. But all right, to the next topic, y'all. To the next topic. What we got? Oh man. So everybody's been on. I don't know if everybody's watched it, but if you haven't, it's on Netflix. Kanye West has released part 1 of his documentary. Part 2 will be released on the 23rd. So what? 2 days from now. And I guess the question is, when do we separate the artist from the person? As y'all know, Kanye has been extremely messy lately. And like even Valentine's Day, sending a whole Dodge pickup truck full of roses to Kim, and tearing down Pete Davidson, who just looks like a mole rat anyway. But like, I don't know what Kim's got going on with that. Sorry, Erica, I know that's your boo. Y'all, ladies in the chat, do y'all think Pete Davidson is cute? Y'all think he's cute? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Tearing him down, saying that he's gonna get his family back. But I watched the first part of his documentary, and it was really amazing to see how he was. I'll give the man credit. The man was super confident in himself. He believed in himself when nobody else did. People were playing that man like he wasn't nothing, asking for beats for free. Like, the artists he was giving beats to, that those songs won Grammys and whatever, like, while he was begging for like to get a deal and all that stuff, like, was amazing to see. And to see his mom and how his mom influenced him and like what she was in his life, and see how much of an anchor to reality she was for him. It just made me sad, because it made me long for that Kanye, that hungry Kanye in his first 3 albums. And now with the crazy Kanye I see now, like, and what he's doing, I just feel like I can't support him. But can I still listen to like his music and still, like, can I still enjoy the genius aspect of it? So when do we decide we can separate that person? Because like with people like Bill Cosby, like, we can't even separate anything with him. It's like, now you look at everything he says and it's like, man, we were missing a whole lot. So when is it okay, or R. Kelly for that matter, like, when is it okay to say, all right, this is the artist and this is the artist's work, and they're 2 separate things? Let me read some comments, and then Janelle, you'll go. Lula says, he's messy for sure, but I love Kanye. Kiara says EO. I'm guessing that's a Pete Davidson reference. And Janelle says ear is correct. His mom seems so amazing. And she did seem amazing. The way she calmed him and talked to him, like that's what Kanye needs right now. But it's gone. So Janelle.
It's very hard for me because I said before, Kanye West meant a lot to me. Growing up, listening to Kanye, Kanye meant a lot to me. I think the only person that really understands is my sister, how much I really, really love Kanye. Recently, with the things that have been happening with him, as far as how he's been treating Kim, how he has dragged his children into it. Granted, I don't believe in keeping your kids from your spouse or anything, but Kanye is choosing to be off medication. And I've witnessed and experienced what happens when people aren't on their medication and they're not taking the necessary measures to be healthy. And, I see a lot of people in the comments saying, he's a genius, we don't even understand, blah, 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 blah. Y'all are supporting a man who could potentially end up doing something horrific. We have documentaries of men not even just men, people, killing their families because they weren't on medication or they weren't taking the proper steps. So y'all can sit there and call him a genius, y'all can say he's being messy and we still love him, blah, 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 blah. I don't ever want to hear that man snapped and those lives are ruined forever. And that's why it's very hard for me to listen to his music. Not because I don't want to support him, but because it's sad. I will say Facebook has been having some issues.
They need to get it together.
All right, cool. We back, everybody. Hey. But no, Janelle, you were saying some real things there. Y'all know Facebook always try to play us when we start talking real talk. They always do this because they don't know we about to be famous. But Lula says he's not comparable to Bill or R. Kelly, and I wasn't trying to compare him to those two. What I was trying to say is that these are all people who have an art form that we have appreciated so much, but then in their actual personas turn out to be these people who are maybe not the best. No, in no way is he on the same level as a Bill Cosby or like that. But the fact that is he's doing stuff that I can't support. Francisco says Kanye is great. Everyone is crazy, but he just have all eyes on him.
I'm crazy. And I'm not going to allow somebody to say that. And nobody tells Kanye to post on social media. Nobody tells anybody to post. I wouldn't have no on him if he would shut up. So you can't.
Yeah.
What?
Kiara says I'm usually good at separating the artist from the art music, but I can't with Kanye. He's just been doing too much these recent years. I know we don't know both sides of the story, but I see stuff like this all the time and it's really scary. I say the same thing. I just miss, like I've said multiple times on this show, Kanye's first 3 albums did it for me. Like those albums were amazing lyrically, production wise. Like I think it might be one of the best 3 album runs I've ever seen in an artist. Like The Graduation alone like blew me away. Just every song on there, I knew every word. It blew me away. College Dropout was just revolutionary to me because it was like the beats were there, everything. It wasn't super hardcore like the OG rap, but it was like it was lyrical. It was everything. It merged hip hop and like hardcore rap to me perfectly, and it was amazing. But now his like 808s, I didn't enjoy it, and ever since then, I've just kind of been off about it. Kiara says, Vanessa. Hey, Vanessa. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back. She says, if he was broke, it's aggravated stalking. Yeah, you're right.
Kanye is just money away from being the people in DC we talk about we're scared of.
Yep.
Kiara says,
he just has money.
Yep. Kiara says, context for my last statement. I used to work in criminal law, and now I work in domestic violence victims. Yeah, so I mean, you know firsthand what's happening here. Jasmine, go ahead.
So I do believe that you can separate the art from the artist, but to a certain extent, because the art still has to be great. As far as Kanye goes, his art hasn't been that great. even down to the fashion, because it's like, how in the world is he a fashion icon when all he did was have somebody cut holes in a t-shirt and sweats? I can do that for like $10. I get a shirt from Walmart, some scissors,
And y'all really did it, but be complaining
like
about
right, like, but like, and it's I don't take mental health very lightly, and then the fact that he is constantly refusing to take his meds and justifying why he does not, and making it seem as if everyone around him is just crazy, it doesn't sit well with me. I don't even like the fact that he is coming at Pete the way that he is. He doesn't bring.
I don't pay that.
He's just been going in on Pete, talking of basically just saying that he is a trash individual. The biggest thing that started was him bringing up a video from like 4 or 5 years ago when Kanye was talking like he was going to be president. It was that clip from SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Right, and like Kanye was talking about somehow Pete was making fun of his mental illness, but no, because Pete is very open about his mental illness, and he literally said, "Medicine's great. I'm on them. Like I take my meds. It's great. Why don't you start taking yours?" Like it wasn't anything where he was like making fun of his mental illness. He literally said, "I know I got issues, but I take my medicine. Can you please start taking yours again?" But like the way that he's going about this entire situation, this entire divorce, it really is sad to watch, because it's like it almost makes me feel kind of bad for Kim. I know I don't even like the Kardashians, but it's like just a little bit.
But no, but I think this is karma for her. This is what happens when you.
Because
I think they all the Kardashians like messing with black men, and they love it.
They do, but I've never witnessed her like tear down someone. I do. She went like an obsession with black men, but I've never seen her try to like ruin someone's life, or she's always one like crying, like don't do that to me. So in this instance, I can actually say
That's fair.
Yeah, because like honestly, Kim has never done like publicly that we know of anything to disrespect him publicly. She went along with a lot of his crap, especially when it comes to fashion. She went along with a lot of that stuff. So it's like she supported him as best as she could, and Mama is tired.
She did. Let me read this comment from Vanessa. Let me read, because I love it. She said, "If your art provides a means to continually harass or abuse someone, I won't support it." Applause for you. And that's the thing. And like, well, Jasmine, for your question, I already know your answer, but I just want you to expound upon it. You said that for you to look past that, the art has to also be great. The art has to be great. I would say for myself that Donda was a forgettable album for me. It was very forgettable. There was nothing in it that made me like I haven't listened to it again since the first time I listened to it for real. Darius, he just read Darius.
No, I didn't even. I just looked at it. Continue to talk, Mark. What were you saying about Donda?
Not today.
Darius says. Darius says Kanye acts like a lot of women and people aren't saying it. But I'm gonna ask you a question that I was gonna ask you about. Jasmine, you said that the art has to be great. You said the art has to be great. So could you still listen to R. Kelly? Because his art was always good.
So here's the thing, I'm very conflicted when it comes to Robert Kelly. Because the music was so good, his music was also being played at a lot of our family reunions, a lot of events. You could do a good two-step to his music. His music expands across generations because of the type of music that it was. Of course, some of it we weren't supposed to be listening to in the early 90s as children, but, But, I mean, I find myself like, ooh, no, I can't listen to that. Ooh, no, but then like, ooh, but this song is so good. But I don't know. Maybe it is different. Maybe I don't know. I feel some type of way about both of them. honestly, because I mean, R. Kelly been doing all of this stuff with women for years, and we as a black community just said forget it. Even still to this day. Anyway, many people of the black community said forget it. Because I mean, like if you look at it, you had these older women literally standing outside of the jail saying free him. Like, man, what's wrong with you? But I mean, in Kanye's thing, I can't compare the two because it is a completely different type of situation. R. Kelly was literally out here violating young women. Kanye just refuses the help that is right there in front of him. He's refusing to get himself better. Like he's refusing to do that because he has enablers around him. He has people telling him, "Yeah, this is genius. You have all these like shit, Jesus." Like Janelle said, I got a little tongue-tied there. Good Lord.
She said, and then Jesus.
I was a little too fast. Anyway, like Janelle said, like there's people out there just talking about, oh, he's a genius. Y'all are enabling him, and for what? For what? And I don't like that he keeps using the Jesus' name in all of these arguments and completely out of context. Like he's using it to justify him being an asshole. Stop using God in that way. Stop it. Like, it's sickening.
Erica says, the doc is great so far. Can y'all still hear me in the video? Y'all can still hear me?
Oh, I don't know. We don't have our volume up, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, let me know if y'all can hear me. Can everybody hear me?
I'll test it momentarily.
Yeah, because I think Facebook's playing games with me again. Yes, okay, so people can hear me. Okay, cool. Where was I at? So I think a lot of Kanye's problem too is Kanye shot to stardom, and then Kanye's the richest rapper ever in the history of hip hop. His net worth I think is at 1.2 billion. So I mean, no, actually, excuse me, 1.6. He's richer. He's 0.4 billion dollars richer than Jay-Z. And then below Jay is Dr. Dre at this point. I think it's hard when you make it that high up on the totem pole to say that you need help. Like you think, oh, I've made all this success, I've done all this. Like obviously, there can't be something wrong with me if I'm like this. And then you got people all around you saying, yeah, man, if there was a problem with you couldn't have done all of this. And so I guess maybe that's really hard for somebody to accept. Darius, do I need to read your comment?
Go read it.
I said, so I commented to him, I said, the ladies must love you. And he said, and I love them back. Jokes on jokes. And Janelle says, at some point we got to fight. Vanessa says, Kim just benefits from black culture appropriation. But I don't think anyone deserved to be stalked and mentally abused. Yes, I agree.
Not at all. It's sickening. It's really sickening. Like, and the fact like he continues to go on social media and bash her and then turns around and talk and like post about her, telling like the love of my life and sending her a truck full of flowers. Like, bro, it's giving narcissist.
You know what's wild? People really argue on social media instead of arguing face to face.
Yeah.
Like I literally like never have ever had the desire to run to social media and be like, I'm so upset. And I'm just like, the labs, y'all really do this. And on a completely different note, seeing a lot of people support Kanye and say, you know, even though we're joking and things like that, I think that people have like this idea of Kanye as if it's like, and a lot of celebrities, as if you know them and as if they would defend you in this way. I am very careful with how I speak about celebrities and things like that because to me, they're completely different humans. They cannot comprehend my life and I can't comprehend theirs. And I don't believe in ever trying to defend somebody. And I don't know you. And I don't know if you're going to defend me like that. It is just wild to me how I see specifically, I always say I can only speak for our people, how many black people will defend Kanye before defending their own friends.
Yeah.
Like, what has Kanye done for you? And like I said, Kanye changed my life when it came to music.
People
I've literally
defend
like
Beyonce
been,
like that though.
huh?
People defend Beyonce like that, like she did stuff for
Mm, I love Beyonce, but I would never defend her to the point where like I'm just like, oh, she's just so great because of her music. I don't know Beyonce. Beyonce could possibly be insane. Like I wouldn't know that because I don't know anything outside of what the camera allows me to see. So I think that we forget that like it's literally cameras. It's not a real view into what's going on. So I think it's just weird how we're so quick to defend things, but it's just like they don't even know you. Like y'all give them all this money all the time, including me on Spotify and going to their concerts and stuff, and we still over here broke. Like I'll defend Kanye if he want to come pay off my bills. I'll sit up here and say, y'all need to leave Kanye alone. If he said, oh yeah, girl, I'll pay off all your bills and support you, blah, blah. Kanye don't know me. And it's just weird that we just put so much into these people because they're in the positions they're in.
Let me read some of these comments real quick. Erica says she came back on the Ye part, of course. Kiara says, but he's been knowing he had mental health issues for a minute now. And yeah, and in the documentary, if you watch it, you can tell he knows something's off about himself too. Sometimes he's like, I get real frazzled and I start getting my head and I start to, like, you can tell he knows he has something wrong, but it's like the people around him can kind of shelter him a bit. And if you watch the doc, you can kind of see it. And he has no real friends. Exactly. Erica says the way Ye is dealing with Kim is 100% unhealthy, but this is who he has always been. He literally treated Amber worse than this years after their breakup. And did Kim defend her? It's no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Absolutely.
No, that's very real, Erica.
That's
Kanye
real.
did Amber so dirty. Terrible. Nearly this many people defending her. I gotta agree. Yeah.
Trevor said, turn Kanye off. Hey, Trevor. He's that bad kid throwing a temper tantrum in Walmart. Exactly. Darius says everyone needs a little help. But he don't need a little help, man. This brother needs a lot of help.
Yeah, we all need a little help, but we got to be able to admit it.
Right.
Darius says y'all got to know I just be joking with y'all. Why would Ricky say that? That's so crazy, Darius. Why would he say that? That's just another laughing at Trevor. And Erica says he definitely did. It just makes me sad because when Kanye came out, I automatically switched and said, this is my favorite rapper, period.
Ever.
Period. Like, when he came out, I was like, this man is it. Like, I feel like the only person that's ever come close to rapping in that style and lyrically coming close to what Kanye should have continued to be, and this is, like, not even close, but the most, like, maybe J. Cole is the only one that's said things that have been close enough to be like, okay, if this is my early Kanye substitute, I guess I got to take it. But nowhere near the beats and the production. I
don't know yet. I don't know. We'll come back to this. I don't know.
I mean, and Kendrick, of course. Kendrick is great too, but
it's Kendrick. But I feel like Kendrick is more like he's not. We'll talk. That's a whole different topic. We'll save that. That's a good one. I like that.
Kendrick's more militant, and I feel like Kendrick. I'm just saying Kendrick is for when I want to, like, when I feel like Kendrick is what Danny's brother should have been listening to before he walked in that bowling alley. That's what Kendrick is to me. Like,
I feel you really listen to Kendrick. Kendrick be saying some wild stuff, but more so for the culture.
Yeah, but it's like
not necessarily about other things.
Yeah, but someone to wrap around like along the same lines as Kanye, I would say J. Cole would be more along those lines than Kendrick would be, at least for me.
Kendrick, great representations of minding your business and just living your best life.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Living. Okay.
I know nothing about them.
Erica says Ye is still my fave. I really have not liked a Kanye song in a long time, and that's sad. There's nothing on Donda I liked. Like, and people keep saying, "Oh, this was a genius." There was nothing remarkable about it. The production, for him to take as long as he did and keep pushing it back, the production sounded like crap.
Terrible.
You think I'm gonna buy?
Listen, I told y'all I barely got through the first 3 songs when that one song was giving Gregorian chant.
Donda.
No, I haven't listened. I told y'all I wasn't going to. Did y'all hear about the next album? What he's gonna do?
Yeah, on the stem player. It's only on the stem player. Yeah.
And you know what? If I see any of these people go out and support this man, and y'all not supporting your local black businesses and stuff, shame on you.
Send money to the man cave. We need funds. We could use some funds.
It's bad.
Because to get this stuff on Spotify, it's $20 a month, yo. Hey, help us out. help us out. The help us out, please. But no, I just felt like and he's saying he's doing it because he gets 100% of the proceeds. He doesn't have to share with a middleman. Yes, smart. But when people are struggling out here, whole pandemic went through, people don't have jobs. You asking for us to give you, a billionaire, more money?
Right.
Why do you need more money? Like, you don't need any more money. But second part, like I said, the second part of the documentary comes out. The second part of the documentary comes out on the 23rd, and from what people have said behind the scenes is Kanye held the documentary hostage because as if you watch it, you know, one of his friends filmed it basically when he wasn't a star and up to now, and he kind of wanted to he was holding the documentary hostage until it would portray him the way he wanted to be portrayed. Now we all see how Kanye has been acting lately. So what I'm concerned about is the level of truth in it. Like, is it going to be what Kanye wants us to know about Kanye or the truth story about Kanye? Because yeah, I mean, the high and mighty Kanye we see now that's all about himself is not the Kanye we looked at in part 1. We saw meek, scared to, you know, put him, like, confident but didn't know how to put himself out there kind of guy. Has a confrontation with one of his old time friends in the documentary, and he just, like, accepts what was said. Like, totally different Kanye than what we've seen now. So I'm a little concerned if he's not going to try and make himself look like Jesus for the rest of this documentary, and that's something I don't want to see. Erica says people with money love him too. I guess, you know, birds of a feather. Kanye gives me narcissistic serial killer vibes at this point. Absolutely. Trevor says J&B disowned him. Lula says it's still his true story. People change. He also is living a different life now. But no, I mean, that's like saying
is Kanye your cousin? I just need to know.
No, I can't necessarily agree with that, because if you write a story yourself, of course you're gonna make yourself seem great. Hitler did the same thing.
Right.
like he did the same.
There's been some good documentaries where people come out and say, like, I was trash.
Oh yeah, but Kanye ain't gonna be one of them.
No, he's not. That's one thing. I mean, I haven't watched yet. I don't want to just assume that he's going to be on there talking cocky, but if that's his truth, that's his truth. But I still think that we just have to be careful with just saying, oh, that's just the way people are. Because when you just accept crap from people, they're just going to, okay. And my thing is, if we open up the internet or something one day, we see Kanye done snap.
I can't stand people like that. Well, that's just the way they are. That's just the way he is. No, you trash. Get better. Like, do better. That's the one thing I can't stand. Right. That's one of the reasons I'm not big into horoscopes and all that kind of stuff. Oh, they just a Pisces, so that's how they act. No, you're trash. Work on yourself. Like, stop it. Stop putting them crystals at the bottom of your door. It's not going to make you any less trash. You're trash. Yeah, I'm just saying.
What is it with you and the crystals on the ground?
I've stepped on them crystals. I've stepped on them crystals. They hurt. They hurt. And if you're going to have them, give them out of the doorway. I'm protecting the energies in my home. You're killing me. Like, stop. Like, I'm burning all that sage and you still trash. Like, it ain't going to save you from yourself. Like, none of that stuff can save you from yourself. Like, all that money can't save Kanye from Kanye. He needs help. He needs some pills.
Have y'all ever watched the Devil's Advocate with Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino? That's what me and Trevor are currently watching. Well, basically, Keanu Reeves is a lawyer who ends up working for Al Pacino, who is actually Satan. And one of Al Pacino's friends kills his entire family, wife and 2 daughters. And he portrays as if he's perfectly fine. He's saying, I've been framed. The woman I was sleeping with was doing this to me. And he's like just acting all crazy. And honestly, the whole time I was watching, I was like, this is Kanye. And at the end, he gets off knowing that he did it, knowing that he really needed help. And he's just like, nobody held me accountable. Not saying that's going to be true. I like, Lord, please don't even take those on my tongue. Seriously, I don't want that out into the universe. But I just feel like documentaries, and we even say like, oh, that's just like what white people do. Ain't nobody exempt. Ain't none of us exempt.
Guess I got to watch this. So Brian says that's the way they are, and we have to choose to deal with the trash or not. That's true. I just think people use that. That's how I am as an excuse to not try to change and not try to work on
Yeah.
themselves. That's the way I feel about it. Lula says, yes, the movie is really good. Trevor says he has pills and won't take them. Leave them in the gutter. He's in the next room, and that's the funny part about it. He's just right over there.
Right.
Auto having a whole conversation. Where are these messages coming from?
He's in the next room, just talking. No, it makes me sad to see him crumble the way, like, with all that success, he could be doing so much. And what I never try to do is tell people what to do with their money or tell people what to do. Like that's his money. He made that money. But to see that he's using his funds to just buy unwanted flowers, to be on social media talking about I'm being kept from my kid's birthday party, like all that, like, bruh.
Our business.
Why do we need to?
It's not.
And it doesn't make you look good. Like, you think this makes you look good? Like, I don't know. It hurts to see Kanye like this, but I guess this is Kanye. This is Kanye. Maybe this just is Kanye, and we have to accept that now.
Just extremely traumatized. I don't know what it's like to lose a parent, but I know what it's like to think you're going to lose a parent, and I'm certain that if I lost one of my parents, I would crumble. But I also know that I have the people around me who wouldn't allow me to trip like this. So I think that's the people you put around you is your choice.
Fair. Brian says, side note, I miss y'all. This time chase got me off. All hail to my sister Jazz. Okay, cool. So we're gonna take the show in a little bit of direction. Since this is the last show we're all gonna do together for Black History Month, because next week I presume is Ladies' Night.
Yeah, like the last what?
What? What happened?
You were talking was like the show was ending, and I'm like,
no. Hey guys, we ain't even made a year yet. Come on, we can't end it now. But no, it's the last show for the Black History Month that I'll be a part of. As I take some time away to do things and whatnot.
Relax on the beach, as my niece would say.
I wish. I wanted to ask, Black History Month, ingrained in Black culture is music. Music has always been a part of daily life. I grew up in a very musical family. My dad could sing, like all my uncles could sing. They had a group. I, not the best singer, but I do a little instrumental every now and then. Got to march with Howard. That's where I met these two beautiful ladies. No, don't get big headed now. The squares only fit so much. It's
too late. Too late.
But music has just always been a part of my life. So I just wanted to ask these two ladies, who's their favorite Black artist that for Black History Month? Like, who is the one artist they can go to at any time and get what they need from? Go ahead.
Did we say just one?
You can say multiple, but Beyonce's not allowed.
Beyonce's not even on there, so watch your mouth.
Yes. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Who will start? We'll start with Jasmine.
Luther Vandross is a must. I legit wrote an entire 10-page paper while just listening to Luther. He gets me through. Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh, yes.
Fantasia.
Because her songs last like a whole year. That's great.
Do not. No, sir. Whitney Houston. Those are the top people. So I throw a little Chris Brown in there. I got enough of his music on my phone.
Can you separate him from the art though?
Did that a long time ago.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah.
She was quick with that. Did that a long time ago.
We talk about this at least 3 to 4 times a month.
Listen, long time ago.
There's nothing we can say about Breezy. Huh? It's just is what it is.
I will say that he has gotten so much better.
He tries a little bit more than other people.
He does.
And he got some problems.
Bro, Chris just he be minding his own business. That somebody pop up talking about he and he put out some he getting ready to put out some music and stuff. Now somebody talking about he raped him. Like it's always something because I feel
Always.
like he's an easy target because of his past with Rihanna. Because Chris don't be doing nothing. He literally just be making music. He barely posts on social media. Janelle.
Um.
Anyway, that's a whole
Okay.
nother conversation for another day. But yes, those are my top artists. So
All right. And who's one artist that you want to get rid of?
Good.
of that list.
No, not off that list, but just
I was about to say, I know you.
an artist who you would love to get rid of.
It has to be a black artist.
Yeah.
Oh, I got. Sorry.
Stop. No.
That's
Stop.
so hard. I gotta think.
Oh, I got mine.
There's a whole generation of mumble rappers that can get the hit up out of here.
We're the old people now. Isn't that great?
I like him though, so I'm not.
Good Lord, who would I get rid of? See, I don't listen to a lot of these new childrens no more because everything sound the same. So I don't even know who half these little kids are anymore. That really sounded really old, but that's God's honest truth. I don't know who.
Yeah, you sound a little old there. A little.
People are. I don't care.
Who?
I don't know. Who?
We'll come back to you then. We'll come back to you. I'm sure you're gonna think of somebody.
I think I have somebody. Go ahead.
Janelle, who are your favorites? And
that's hard. Brian McKnight and Neo are at the top of my list.
Neo.
If you ever look at, and not just his music, but the songs that he's written.
Okay,
well.
I'm not saying. Oh, I thought we meant like actual performance wise, but
I listened to every single Neo album front to back. I know every single song. I personally love Neo because he gives you a mixture of numerous genres in one album. May not be the best singer, but I think his writing is really great. It's very storytelling, which is what I like. So Brian McKnight, Neo, definitely Whitney Houston. I want to say somebody, but I'm just trying to figure out if they're black.
Oh no, say it. You got to say it.
Oh, is she black?
Who?
Sade?
No.
I think she's like she's something weird. Not
like,
weird.
Would,
I'm sorry.
would America consider her black on an application?
I mean, the police would. But I mean, just saying.
I'm not sure. So we'll just kind of like keep that on the side.
She is
yeah, her father is Nigerian.
Yeah, Nigerian born. She's Nigerian and British.
Yeah.
I would choose Sade. Bill Withers. I've been Can We Pretend is honestly one of my favorite songs of all time. It's just a very
What's up, Donnell?
It's a very calming thing. Like his voice is just very calming for me. Kirk Franklin. I think Kirk Franklin is I think he should be in the Genius Talk. I feel like people say Kanye and Jay-Z, but Kirk Franklin writes all of his music from the lyrics to the instrumentals.
Yeah.
And he can play every instrument that he writes the notes for. That's genius to me.
You're right. And he's been doing this for 30 plus years.
And the man is still on top.
Right.
There's not a year that goes by that Kirk Franklin isn't putting out something that his tiny desk healed me during the pandemic. But an artist I get rid of, Jacquees, whatever.
Yes.
Jacquees and Jeremiah.
Yeah.
I cannot stand Jeremiah. I feel like he sounds like a cartoon character, and I do not know why he's famous. But that's it.
Jacquees can definitely go. And I'm sorry, but what's that girl named Coy Leray? The little girl.
Party. You spelled her name wrong, honey, but that's it.
What's the?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know any songs from them. So.
Yeah. All her stuff got famous because of TikTok.
Oh. Donnell said, "What up? I woke up out of a dead sleep and checked in. Well, that means the show is international now. We crossing the pond. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you checking in. So artists that I can always like listen to, Jasmine Sullivan. Definitely that girl's a major problem, and she like those runs are ridiculous. I don't know how she does it, and her range is ridiculous.
It's,
Sam Cooke, because it was something I was brought up on, and a lot of his music, and the fact that he built his own record label. Before, like, a lot of people give Ray Charles the credit for doing that, like trying to start that stuff first, but Sam Cooke was the first crossover hit in Black history. If you want to go look at it, he left gospel back in the day, where if you left gospel, Black people shunned you. Like,
Yeah.
he went out there, changed his name. Well, his first song, he changed his name to Dale Cook, so nobody would recognize him. But his voice was so unmistakable that people knew it was him. Then he starts a record label, and he brings all these other people with him out of the gospel. So like Johnny Taylor, like all these other big, the Womacs, Bobby Womack, literally was brought out by Sam Cooke, because they were the Womack brothers, a gospel group, and he turned them into the Valentinos. The Rolling Stones' first hit, this is a little Black history for y'all, since it's Black History Month. The Rolling Stones' first hit was "It's All Over Now." That song was written by Bobby Womack and his brothers, and sung by the Womack brothers. And Sam Cooke made the deal with the Rolling Stones for the Rolling Stones to have that song. Bobby Womack hated Sam Cooke for it until he saw those royalty checks come in. So basically, they never got as big as the Rolling Stones, but they paved the way for the Rolling Stones. So a lot of stuff happened. So that's one. Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye would be another one for me. Whitney Houston. Prince. Prince to me was a musical genius too, but he starting to come out that he had some shady activities. Who else? Yeah, Prince like underage ladies too. Apparently. There's some stories coming out, so we'll have to wait for that.
Prince just liked anything.
I think all of Motown, basically. Like all of the Motown music. Like I can't imagine growing up doing, like, I don't understand how the Beatles were ever anything when you had Motown throwing out. So
I can tell you why.
That's why, and you added Neo. I'm gonna say Smokey Robinson, because of all the songs he wrote for other people to get hits and be on, and to be good at it himself. Like is ridiculous. I know exactly. Sam Cooke is an industry pioneer, and I don't think Sam Cooke gets enough credit. I was finally glad to see him kind of be in a movie with that. Was it One Night in Miami? I don't know if y'all watched the movie with him.
I did. Yeah, it was really good.
It was really good. I was hoping he would get his own biopic one day, because the stuff he did in 33 years was just ridiculous.
I mean, if they do it, then Leslie should definitely play him again.
He should definitely play him again, and that's one of his greatest influences. Actually, he's R. Kelly's greatest influence too, surprisingly. Why did you have to do that? But an artist I would get rid of, Giveon. Is that how you pronounce it? Giveon? Is that how you pronounce it?
Go you talking about a boy that sounds like he's yawning
every time? That's how he sings. He's terrible. Heartbreaking anniversary. Like nobody want to
go through postpartum.
Oh,
I love Giveon. I don't like
that's how he sounds, and people like that.
I like it.
Like he sounds like he's been punched in the chest. You know when you get knocked, your wind get knocked out, and you try to sing. That's what he sounds like. Like he does not sound good.
Well, clearly he does. He rich.
I don't know how. Like I'm tired of all these singers sound tired. Like
I think he sounds good. I like his voice.
What is up with all these Yanni voice singers nowadays? Like even I know y'all like the what's the girl that did the America the Beautiful at the Super Bowl.
We didn't like it. I don't know why.
She's Yanni too. She yawn sings too.
She's not Yanni. She just, her voice is literally the genre of music that she produces. Like she is. She's just R&B, like very soulful R&B, and I don't know why people keep accepting to sing the national anthem. Like to say no.
That's another person.
People that shouldn't do it.
That's another person. Who's it that I should say Erykah Badu. Love Erykah Badu. I would be scared to be in a room with her by myself though.
Why?
I don't know. She just freaks me out. Like something about her, like if she was too crazy for Andre 3000, like 3 Stacks. It's something. She gives me this weird vibe. Like she's gonna do something. Like I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be like a salt ring around the bed, and she's gonna be performing some kind of magical ritual on me.
Don't make her upset.
But I don't know what would make her upset. She scares me. Like I just don't know. Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me? So you know, this is kind of straying from the topic, but you know how like a lot of times we'll say things like, "Oh, people use crystals and do salt," and all. So granted, you're joking. I'm just curious. And someone posed this question. I thought it was a good question. What's the difference between other religions doing their practices, like us taking communion, or like what is the difference?
That grape juice tastes good.
I'm sick of you. It'd be no, it don't. It burns your throat because you be thirsty all day, and it's tart.
Okay. Well, see, I was the kid that snuck in the back and drank all the extra ones that didn't get drunk. Yeah, my dad cut that out quick, boy. I got spanked all through that kitchen that day.
And you deserve that whooping.
COVID.
Deserved it.
I was crushing them little bread cube back. See, now people got it special. You know, you got the little cup that comes with the bread on the top. But see, in the old days, it was in the tray. It was in the little gold plate, and there's some they're like chiclets of bread.
And it was a real cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they give you them little styrofoam things. I'm like, this ain't real food.
So Donnell says Badu is too tapped into the ancestors for me. She just might be. There is no difference. It's all in what we choose to accept. Yeah, but some of them rituals be freaky. Like, so I was at work. My first base in Little Rock, Arkansas. There was a girl next to me that was Wiccan, and
We never talk about.
I know, but she was Wiccan, and I guess she didn't like me because she was really weird. Like, she was just really weird, and so she didn't like me, and so she worked what we called the duty desk, and so she had the shift before me. So I came in for the evening shift, and she left a little like hand-drawn comic book, and it said, "You've been hexed" on the front, and then it had she had drawn like me and like a whole bunch of bad stuff happening around me. Bro, when I tell you, I took that thing outside and I set it on fire. Let me make sure nothing happened to me. Like, there's some things I'm not gonna accept. I told my supervisor, I was like, "Yo, this girl's crazy. I don't want her to." And he just busted out laughing, thought it was funny. I was like, "Nah." She believed it too. She believed it.
I believe that stuff. I believe that whatever people put their mind to, stuff can happen.
Yeah.
But God, no. But anyway, I need to get organ sound effects. That's what I need to do. Get some organ sound effects and get them in here. Yeah, Giveon can go. Jasmine, did you figure out who you want to get rid of?
I said it. Jacquees and Coy Ray. I need to add Luke James to my first list.
Oh, really?
Take it rid of. I was gonna say Jasmine. We got
No, ma'am.
the strawberry.
No, ma'am. Listen. The song that he has with Samat, Shine On, they're literally just here's my vocals. F all of y'all because y'all can't sing. But like, they legit gave us everything.
Can we talk about that versus too? Did y'all watch that Anthony Hamilton versus Music Soul Child versus?
I did.
Music was doing too much.
Too much.
Too much.
He was flat the majority of the time. He was doing a lot of runs. It was completely unnecessary. But what I will say is that Mr. Hamilton came out and gave us the show from the beginning to the end. Okay.
I could smell the greens cooking and everything every time it was
done. I was upset. Well, I didn't watch it, but I heard the Hamiltons did not show up, and I didn't watch because I would only watch for them.
They did. Somebody lied to you.
Did they sing?
Yes, they sang a couple of the songs.
I love them so much, and they really deserve so much more.
Donnell says, if we weren't in the U.S., here in the U.S., we would be much more tuned into nature, earth, and I don't know where the rest of it's coming from. Oh, and Luke James still has a top 10 album of the last 10 years.
I love Luke James.
Absolutely.
He's the one who sings that song, These Arms, right? He's the one that sings that song,
Yes, from favorites.
That one. I think I like that one too.
Drip is still a whole vibe.
We can get rid of Amara La Negra.
Amara La Negra. I can't say get rid of her because I've never heard her music. Amara La Negra. She's Afro-Latina.
That everyone kept trying to say she was black or not.
Yeah, she's Afro-Latina.
Yeah, and I don't know why.
Yeah, we can get rid of that. We can get rid of Chloe Bailey too. I don't like her, but anyway, she's not for me. I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't know.
Who?
I feel like she was forced upon us.
Who?
I don't like it. Say it.
Who?
Jasmine's mad at me,
Oh,
man. Chloe can go too. I think she need to be like her little sister and not be so much in the spotlight.
Sorry. Who?
Chloe Bailey.
In the show. In the show.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great show. This is a great show tonight. No,
What?
she's not for me. That's I guess she's just not. I mean, she's not. She's for the youngers, the younger
What
folks.
did you like her music could be a little bit better?
It's terrible to me.
It's not terrible, but let's not act
Music's
like
corny.
both these women aren't out. I don't understand why they don't get asked to sing the national anthem and stuff every time.
I don't know.
every time.
Maybe if their music wasn't so
Every
corny.
time.
I don't know. Her music's corny. I'm sorry.
Booty so big, Lord, have mercy.
That's my jam.
Her music's
Love
corny
it.
to me. That's all. But yeah,
You know what? Lloyd.
who's underrated?
Yeah.
People, have you heard Lloyd's last album, which came out, 2018?
Oh, he had an album.
I listen to it every day. Outstanding. Outstanding. Lloyd is one of the only artists outside of that really just love black women.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, I'll tell you this. Him and Sammy, like, there are
Vanessa,
two
I'm sorry.
people who have been in the industry for so long but don't get what they deserve as far as the fame goes. Like, every time I've seen them live, there's no track behind them.
Nope.
There's track for background vocals, but there's no track behind them. Them men are up there singing their hearts out, and they sound just like their records. But they don't get the hype that they deserve at all.
Yeah, there's so few people like that too. That can actually, like, when they get up on the stage, they doing it for real. Vanessa, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. It's just
Yes,
my
you are.
opinion. I'm not. I just don't.
Have you heard them?
Yes, I've even heard them sing like live on their little TikToks and do. It's like, I think she's just trying to put herself out there so much that it's almost not attractive. It's like it's
No.
weird.
With that, knowing that she's
No, she can do that,
Hold it
but
off.
she said all that mess she said, and then that's the dude she chose to hang around. Anyway, that's another story. Like it's cringy. What's his name? Gunna.
First of all, I think Gunna in concert, he opened for Travis Scott, and he did pretty well. I also
when
put
they gonna
Travis
talk about Travis
Scott.
Scott.
It's great art. We don't leave that.
What-
I think that's outstanding. And I also feel like Kanye West stole some of Travis' beats and sound, but I'll leave that too.
That's a hard challenge to make, seeing as Kanye is a beat master. But no, it's been a good show, barring the technical difficulties. I'm gonna let you get off on that one. It's barring the technical difficulties. Hope you guys had a great night. Thanks for tuning in with us. As always, we're gonna let Jasmine have her final words. We gotta find out, is she gonna convict us or is she gonna comfort us tonight with her words? What you got,
Doors
Jasmine?
Church are open. Receive what you need.
Stop enabling people's foolishness when you know that they need professional help. Stop being yes men. Stop allowing only yes men around you, because it's not doing anything for you or for them, but keeping everything going downhill. And stop using the Lord's name in vain.
Period.
Amen. That's what I got.
The doors of the church are now open.
Amen.
Play it softly. Play it softly. We're here for y'all. Every week, every Monday.
When you leave here, you ain't gonna leave the same.
You ain't gonna leave the way. You ain't gonna leave the way you came. You just. And when the Lord was done, he told them to go out into the Mount of Olives. This is our Mount of Olive, the world.
Oh,
Your word.
This is.
Oh.
He asked us to teach all nations, but we are in this nation, and we built this nation. So go out there and be good stewards.
we need to start playing the blood.
Be ye not just hearers, but doers. But doers. Be doers. But no, great show. Thanks, Jasmine, for the words. Next week will be ladies' night, y'all. Y'all get a chance to rebut anything that the guys said from their last guys' night, or do not even care about us.
That's always all trying to piggyback off of
our minds when we're talking.
We will be there. Marcus is gonna take a good little week off, and then we'll see you guys in March. And we're gonna still be unapologetically black when we be in March. So Get ready.
Absolutely.
We love it. Thanks everybody for coming, and deuces.